Welcome back to my weekly analysis video where we go over all the good setups that I have figured out this week and I explain them one by one. So let's get started. We're going to start off by EURUSD. So last week we had some pretty good trades last week. If you look at the weekly time frame, we can see that price gave us a breakout from this structure, gave us a retracement and a rejection and a clean bullish candle, which is a sign that EURUSD is gonna go up again. So how we're going to plan this trade is we're going to go down to 4-hour time frame and see the swing structures on the 4-hour time frame. So last week you can see that I took advantage of both swings that we got. So this week I'm just going to be looking for a retracement into this area again where I can go long, or I can wait for a break above this structure, reject this area of structure, and then come back for a retracement and then to go long. Either way, I'm going to keep my eyes on the euro dollar. Anyways, the markets are closed on Monday, so I don't see a lot of volume in the beginning of the week, but let's see how it goes. Next up is NZD USD. Pretty much the same analysis. As we can see, price gave us a breakout, retracement, and then a good bullish rejection. Now I'm going to be looking to go long from this area of strong structure where the daily free range volume profile and the weekly free range volume profile add up together with the point of control and also the 61.8 Fibonacci level. A lot of confluence is adding up in this scenario, so I'm just going to be waiting for a retracement to this area, look for a rejection and some entry confluences. If I get so, I'll be really confident in going long in this trade. As we can see, price is near overbought. So if we're going to see a small retracement to the downside and also over here, and then go long from here. The EMAs are following up. The confluences like fib level and point of controls are following up, as well as the strong area of support and resistance. Next up is ARD-CAD. This was one of my best trades last week as I got pip to pip entry, pip to entry, and pip to take profit. But what I'm looking for this week is, as we go on the daily time frame, we could see the price is starting to shift structure. Actually, a better way to explain this is on the weekly. We can see that we can see that price is pretty much bearish, gave us a retracement. As we keep going back to this area of structure right over here, price candles started to slow down and we got a bearish candle. So I'm expecting an explosive week engulfing all these candles right over here. So I'm going to go down to daily or 4-hour, and we can see that price has shifted structure right over here. This was the low, this was the high. Price closed below this daily low, gave us a nice closure and shift to structure and a retracement as well. So 4-hour gives us a better picture. As we can see that we see the structure shifting bearish slowly but steadily and so on. So I'm going to be looking to go short through any of these areas of structure. Either way, if I don't get an entry from here, I'd be waiting for a break and retest. So I'm ready for either strategies. Long story short, I'm looking to go short on ARD-CAD. Next up is NZD-CAD. Pretty much the same thing. Another great trade for me this last week. So weekly doesn't really show much. We can see that we can see that there's a lot of consolidation going on last 2 weeks. Daily gives us a better idea as to what's happening. We can see that 3 tops, triple top as we say, or head and shoulder, as this is a higher middle top right over here. So it could be a head and shoulder. Price broke under the structure right over here. Price closed under the structure right over here and gave us a retracement, which is right over here. And also the point of control on this entire structure aligns with our daily rejection right over here, daily area of structure right over here. So I'm going to be looking to go short from here as well, possibly looking for another high and then price to break these lows. And if it does so, I'm going to be targeting somewhere down over here, which is the volume area low of this structure and also this area of structure right over here. So another really strong trade right over here with the Fibonacci and the free range volume profile and the area of structure adding up with the EMAs. Next up is USD CAD. Pretty simple, pretty clean trade. As we can see that we did not get the retraction we wanted originally. Price closed bearish from this structure, signaling that price still wants to go lower. On this entire structure over here, the point of control is over here, which acts like a magnet in most cases, and we can see that it is doing so right now with this structure right over here. I entered these trades, but I got stopped out at break even on these ones, which is kind of sad, but that's okay as long as I didn't lose any money. So daily closed under here, so I'm just going to be looking for a lower high in this area where there's a strong level of support and resistance, and then from here I'll just look to go short from anywhere down over here. Next up is USD Swiss franc, another really good trade that I got last week. As we can see, the price is bearish, gave us a rejection, retracement, and then a clean rejection. I took advantage of this entire rejection, and I'm expecting price to continue heading down. If you've seen my older videos, I've been mentioning how I'm looking for a rejection from this area of structure for like a couple of weeks now. We finally got it, and we also got a pretty good trade from it. As we can see on the 4-hour, I waited for a break and then a retest of this area where price has already taken a lot of retest, and then from here I waited for my entry for price to shift structure on the smaller time frames and entered it right away with little to no drawdown, immediately heading towards my take profit. Now I'm going to be looking for a simple break and retest, or for price to come back up over here and then give us a rejection from over here. This is what I'm going to be looking for in this setup right here. As we have seen previously, that price has taken support over here and resistance, so I don't mind creating this range in its entirely, or if price wants to just give us a breakout, I'm okay with that too, targeting us these lows right over here. Next up is Euro GPY. This trade is pretty much already set up. If we go down to weekly, we can see that price is starting to reject. Daily gives us a better idea as to what's going on. Support, support, support. Price on the 4-hour has broken down below, giving us a retracement for a rejection of this area of support, as well as having the point of control on this level. So I'm just going to be looking for a probably bearish candle as soon as we open, which would indicate that we're starting to go head back down, which is also a shift of structure in this entire structure up here. 15 minutes gives us a better idea. I want price to close below these lows over here, so we know that okay, price is starting to head back down. That is going to be sort of our entry signal. The EMAs will follow through, and yeah, pretty much a good trade. Not my A list setup, but I would rate this as probably a B setup right here. Next up is NZD JPY. Pretty much the same thing. All these pairs follow the same technical analysis if they have the same denominator pair. So on the weekly, we are rejecting from this strong weekly area of structure. The price has taken resistance, resistance, support, 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 and now price has taken resistance again. Daily gives us a better structure view, as we see over here a clean head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, and a really shitty right shoulder. I agree, but that's okay. As long as we get this rejection structure, which is and also price shifting structure, as this was the lower high, sorry, this was the higher low. Price closed under here, giving us a retracement, and also on the 4-hour we get a better view of what's going on. There's been a lot of support, support, support. Now price is coming for a retracement of this rejection. The EMAs are here, the Fibonacci's add up, and so does the point of control in this entire structure right over here. I'll be looking for entries somewhere up here, targeting take profits somewhere down here in this area of demand and also the structure. So yeah, I'm just going to be looking for price to probably go deeper into this area of retracement, possibly tap into this area of supply. If that happens, that's pretty much perfect. If not, I'll be looking to enter somewhere over here. Next up is USD JPY, another trade that really worked out well for me. What I'm going to be looking for this week is prices at this really strong support area of support and also demand zone. So I'm just going to be looking for a retracement into this level and then go short, pretty much what I did last week, but giving us another retracement on the daily time frame. We got to consider daily time frames as well. We just can't have tunnel vision or a smaller time frame in the markets. So on the daily time frame, I could see that price could make another high just for rejection, completing a head and shoulders pattern right over here. So yeah, I'm just gonna be waiting. As we can see that we got a really clean rejection on the weekly. Last week's candle was a giveaway that our price is going to head back down again. So yeah, I just took advantage of the structure, this rejection. Either way, once I get this entry, if I do, I'm going to be targeting this area down here, all the way down here, completing this daily head and shoulders, and also rejecting this weekly area of structure. Um, if I don't get a rejection, then I'll just be waiting for a break and a retest of this area somewhere deep over here, probably somewhere up here, and then I'll look to go long, short. Then next up is EURUSD. Not my best setup this week, just something that I'm keeping my eye on. But as we can see, the price is bullish. I was looking for a stronger bullish candle last week. As we can see, this candle was really weak, indicating that the sellers are still in the market, buyers still haven't taken over. So I'm going to be looking, if price gives us a rejection from any of these areas, I might go short. Daily time frame gives us a better view, as this is the high low, high, so lower low, lower high, lower low. Price couldn't break this lower high right over here, instead gave us a rejection. So it's just another way for us to go short over here. Not my best setup again. Just gonna be keeping my eye out. If I do see like a really good entry setup on these smaller time frames like the 15 minute and the 30 minute, I might go short. Next up is GBP NZD. So on the weekly time frame, we could see that price is bearish right now. Price shifted structure over here, and we also got a weekly rejection right over here. So I'm just going to be looking to go short. Wait, hold up. Oh no, I got confused with another pair. So I'm going to be looking to go long actually. I've been looking for this retracement right over here. So we price broke above this area of resistance, which I've been waiting for all week. We got a really clean breakout, but I wanted a rejection and for the price to come back down over here. And price did so, rejecting this point of control and the 50 EMA. So yeah, even on the daily, we can see it in a better view. We can see that price is making highs, lows, and a low. I'm going to be looking to enter somewhere over here as soon as the markets open and give me like a better entry signal. And then I'll be looking to go along, targeting these highs again. Next up is GBP odd, pretty much the same thing. I'm going to be looking to go along after price breaks the structure. Reason being, on the weekly time frame, we can see the price hasn't shifted structure. It's pretty much still bullish. It was bearish, but the bullish momentum was catching up with the volumes rising. And also on the daily time frame, we could see the price is just above this area of strong structure, where price on the previous structure had taken resistance, and a lot of consolidation. We started seeing this bullish move right over here after this double bottom got completed, and we got a rejection from it. So I'm expecting price to head back up to these areas right over here, as we can see. So 4 hour gives us a better view as to what's going on. We got a clean rejection of this area of resistance. Price came back up, giving us a bar, tapping into this area of demand as well, and then also rejecting this point of control and the Fibonacci level. So I'm going to be looking for a entry in smaller time frames, which is the 1 hour one. I just want price to close above this 1 hour area of structure, which one I will take my position to go long, targeting this high or somewhere over here. So another good setup, another strong setup that I'm keeping my eyes at this week. Let's see how it goes. Next up is gold USD. It's just something that I'm keeping an eye on this week, but as we can see that we were on a bearish channel right over here last week, and we broke above it, and now I'm just going to be looking for a rejection in somewhere of these levels right here. If I do, I might consider going long, but this is not my bread and butter. I don't really trade commodities or indices, but trying to expand, so I'm trying to keep an eye out on these pairs as well. If I do get a rejection right over here, I might go long, and just to see how my strategy works on these pairs as well. Daily pretty much is the same thing. As we can see, we were clearly in a structure right over here, and the point of control was in the middle of the structure. So price broke above, took support of that structure right here, and now we're just going to be looking for retracement, tap into this area, and then go long. Next up is NAS. NAS is looking really strong this week. As we can see that last week was pretty bearish for NAS. We got a bearish candle, and we're also losing the bullish momentum. So this week I'm going to be looking to go short. As we can see, even though price is pretty much bullish, we are breaking under this area of weekly support right over here. So if you go down to 4 hour, we have a better view of what's going on. Price is taking support, and price has shifted structure on the 4 hour time frame, giving us indication that price might reject and tap into this previous area of resistance and support. Reason being is once we broke under, we came back for retracement, got a really clean 4 hour candle rejection closure, indicating that price is ready to go back down. So I'm going to be waiting for our entry signal, which is somewhere over here. I want price to close under this 15-minute area of structure, and if it does so, I'm going to enter right over here, targeting these lows over here, giving me a risk to reward of 2.58. Lastly, it's GBP USD, just something keeping my eye at. As we can see that on the weekly time frame, we got a pretty strong candle. I'm just going to be looking for a rejection of this previous area of resistance. 4 hour gives us a better view. So as we can see, price is making highs, lows, highs. And I'm just going to be waiting for a retracement, tap into this area of Fibonacci and support right over here and make another low, and then give us a rejection. If it does so, I'm going to be looking to go long. Yeah, pretty much it. That this is my setup for this week. A lot of strong trades that I'm looking for, a lot of possibilities we have for this week. So thank you for watching my video, and if you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment and I will make sure to respond to all of them.